Arc Raiders had us locked in. Teasers, a new trailer. Pretty much everyone was expecting some sort of a shadow drop, or at the very least, an open beta. We had a cryptic 6.6 campaign, or June 6th, enlist.resist, and it got pretty overwhelming and everybody hyping up the game or some sort of a release. But instead, we had a countdown and a cryptic date for another date, which is the release date, 5 months away. Not only did Embark fumble a perfect marketing moment, they've just walked straight into a release window war zone. Here's why this potentially could be a huge mistake. All the marketing smelled like a shadow drop, and with them doing it previously with the finals, I was kind of a believer. Intentional or not, the community ran with it, and for good reason. This kind of launch for a PvPvE looter shooter with buzz, it would have dominated the week. Instead, we had a countdown timer to another countdown timer of a release date, which was cool, not really necessary, but it did not pay off as the fans expected. And that kind of marketing bait and switch, it hurts trust. Now, they did make a statement that they should have managed expectations and said that it would be coming later this year way beforehand. It's easy to do that in hindsight. I think it's funny. Still a good move. So now I want to get into the bulk of why I think this is a extremely risky and bad decision. I want to talk about October. This isn't just any launch window, especially the end of October. It is prime time for AAA releases around the holidays. Call of Duty, Ubisoft, Battlefield, maybe even Tarkov going into 1.0, and other games that you might not know are coming, like PUBG, Black Budget, and a few other titles that might be smaller. Nonetheless, they are going to be competing with Arc Raiders. So now, instead of having the whole pie, they're only going to be able to carve out a slice. This move puts pressure on a game that's still trying to build its identity. By announcing their date, they've also alerted all of their competitors, who now have months to adjust their own marketing or launch windows to bury them. PUBG Black Budget might have been having an idea to release their open beta on November 1st. Now they might move it up a week. I have a prime example to show you what I'm talking about so you don't think I'm just talking out of my ass. There is a game called Super People. It is finally relaunching, but it did the same kind of thing, except it had an open beta of 1.4 million players, by the way. Highly successful. All the streamers were playing with no ads. They were enjoying the game. Everybody wanted it to come out. It was ready. The game was not crashing. There was a few balancing issues, but it was ready. What did they do? They did a live stream after the open beta ended, and they said they would be launching. Lo and behold, 4 months later in October. Does that sound familiar? They did not know what was to come. Warzone 2 dropped and a bunch of other games because it is around that time of the holidays, and they did not retain not 25%, not 20%, not even 10%. They did not even bring back 1% of their initial open beta player base. Some developers do this and some ignore it, and I think the ones that do this are going to win because, yes, a good game will market itself, and having those initial eyes available to be on it can put you way ahead in the future. Shadow dropping would have worked. The audience was primed and thirsty. Arc Raiders had all of that. The game was not crashing. There was a few balancing bugs, but it would have been just fine. Instead, they're choosing the long road, 5 more months of teasing, and now they have to sustain a player interest through the driest content season of the year, summer. So to avoid total fade out, they need to be transparent, hype building roadmap, maybe even a beta access. I'm not writing it off. Dev streams, consistent updates that prove this extra time is being used to polish, not stall. Because right now they've got 5 months to turn disappointment into anticipation again, which I believe they will. They're probably going to put a lot of money into marketing. I'm still rooting for Arc Raiders. This has nothing to do with me being impatient. I'm completely understanding as to why they did it. It looks incredible, but man, did they miss a golden moment. What do you think? Was moving to October the right move, or did they just give up one of their biggest real advantages? Comment below and let me know. And also, if you enjoyed this video, you know what to do. I will catch you guys on the next one. Thank you.